Honorable Chancellor of National Sanskrit University, Sri N. Gopala Swamiji, a distinguished administrator. He glorified the position of Chief Election Commissioner of India. This university is indeed lucky to have such an illustrious man as Chancellor. He is fully committed to the cause of Sanskrit. He is in mission mode and working with passion. The central government thought it fit to constitute a committee, and that under his able chairmanship is doing great job. Professor GSR Krishnamurthy, Vice Chancellor, National Sanskrit University, a scholar, a man coming to nearly 4 decades of his experience, authored 10 original books, made a great name. His simplicity, his modesty is disarming, and that is reflective of his rich knowledge and experience. You are lucky to be trained by him, and I have no doubt he must be getting best out of you. A simple man is a hard taskmaster. While you are here, you may remember for some pain he might have given to you, but rest of your life, that pain will be sweet pain. You will remember him all your life. Professor Shantanu Bhattacharya, Director, Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, Tirupati. He belongs to state of West Bengal, therefore namaskar. And I have to say so, I have been Governor of State of West Bengal. I never forget that period. He has many accolades in his line. If I keep on counting them, I'll keep on counting them. But to name just one, Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Prize, he got. He had a stint in postdoctoral study with Nobel laureate Hargobind Khurana. And friends, anything from West Bengal is soothing to my ears and sandesh to me, as sweet as anything else. Distinguished faculty members, you can't be what you are today without them. They worked very hard to make you what you are. It was such a soothing and enlightening experience for me when Gopala Swamiji told me the moment you enter these premises, your dialogue, discourse, contribution, thought process is only in Sanskrit. This is a unique feature of this university. Your faculty members will have imbibed in you a deep cultural value. You have to sustain and enhance it all your lives. Members of the staff of the university, they are always very important. They make our life simple, productive. Well, why I am here, my dear students, for you? Sorry for coming late. I think that is due, overdue. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to all. Greetings to all. I am indeed overwhelmed by being with you all in this sublime proceedings, sublime situations. I landed in Tirupati, had darshan at the temple, Friends, it is at Tirupati one comes closest to divinity, spirituality, and sublimity. I experienced this at Darshan. I felt blessed and sought bliss for all. I am honored to be here at this third convocation. Your motto, Tamso Ma Jyotirmukhay, lead me into light from darkness. This is motivational, inspirational. It is in sync with our civilizational ethos. It captures a sense of life. You have to live up to this motto. पिछले 4 दशकों में तिरुमला पर्वत के तल पर स्थित राष्ट्रीय संस्कृत विद्यापीठ संस्कृत भाषा और विशेषकर पारंपरिक शास्त्रों के अध्ययन और अध्यापन का विशिष्ट केंद्र रहा है. This place is unique for this particular domain. मेरा ज़्यादा लगाव न्याय क्षेत्र से रहा है. अब मेरा लगाव संसद से रहा है. जब मैं दोनों की तरफ देखता हूँ तो इस विश्वविद्यालय की याद आना स्वाभाविक है. विद्यापीठ के अध्यक्षों में कौन कौन है? भारत के पूर्व मुख्य न्यायाधीश पतंजलि शास्त्री, प्रसिद्ध प्राच्यविद पी राघवन और लोकसभा के पूर्व अध्यक्ष श्री एम अनंतशयनम अयंगर, और आज वर्तमान में विश्वविद्यालय को अनुभवी और योग्य पद्म भूषण श्री एन गोपालस्वामी का मार्गदर्शन प्राप्त हो रहा है. Friends, this is my second encounter with Gopalaswamy ji. I have had only 2, this one and earlier one. The earlier one was in the city of Kolkata, National Law University, Juridical Sciences. The subject was tough. It was Malimat Committee, am I right, sir? And the Home Secretary then was in company of CBI Director Mr. P.C. Sharma. Both were tied to their protocol. Everything was left to me to speak about the nuances of Malimat Committee. I then tested his intellect, his depth, his exposure, his commitment to duty, and how straightforward he was. His ethical standards are worth emulation, and you all, I am sure, will draw lessons. I extend my congratulations to all the graduating students. You have received your degrees today. This is a significant day in your life. It is a cornerstone, major milestone for you, your parents, your friends, your teachers. You will now take a big leap in the larger world. You are lucky to be taking a leap at a time when Bharat is on the rise. The rise is unstoppable. We are heading towards global power. You are fortunate. I commend each of you for your dedication, hard work, and scholarly pursuit of Sanskrit knowledge. अमृत काल में जो हो रहा है दीक्षांत समारोह और भी महत्वपूर्ण है. यहाँ से स्नातक होने का कुछ अर्थ है, कुछ नए मायने हैं, कुछ नए मापदंड हैं. पूरी दुनिया में संस्कृत भाषा का आपको दूत बनना है. संस्कृत देव भाषा और विश्व की प्रथम भाषा है. हमारे वेदों की भाषा है. ये दिव्य और समृद्ध भाषा है. ऐतिहासिक दृष्टि से संस्कृत सभी भाषाओं की जननी है. और सबसे महत्वपूर्ण, जिसको आज तकनीकी दुनिया समझ रही है, संस्कृत वो भाषा है जिसमें शब्दों का क्रम अर्थ को प्रभावित नहीं करता. जिसकी वजह से यह सर्वश्रेष्ठ भाषा मानी जाती है। हमारे संविधान में सदियों पुरानी सांस्कृतिक अनुभवों और मूल्यों का सार है। संविधान ने भारतीय भाषाई विविधता और इसकी गौरवशाली इतिहास को समझा है। स्थानीय संस्कारों का सर्जन करना हमारी भाषाएं हमें सिखाती हैं। अपनी भाषाओं को, अपने साहित्य को जीवित रखना, जीवंत रखना हमारा लक्ष्य होना चाहिए। कोई दुनिया का देश भारत जैसा नहीं है जहां इतनी भाषाओं का सौभाग्य हमको प्राप्त है। भारत के संविधान में 22 भाषाओं को मान्यता दी गई है। संस्कृत, तमिल, तेलुगु, कन्नड़, मलयालम, उड़िया जैसी प्राचीन भाषाओं को एक नया दर्जा दिया गया है, क्लासिकल लैंग्वेज का दर्जा दिया गया है। फ्रेंड्स, Sanskrit is rightly taken as the mother of many Indian languages. It occupies a unique position in India's linguistic evolution. Despite vast diversity of Indian languages, there exists inherent linguistic and literary unity. With these richly profound languages, and friends, they serve as a great unifying factor. Throughout history, there has been a constructive interaction among Indian languages and their literature. The grammar, structure, and vocabulary of Sanskrit have significantly influenced and enriched Hindi, numerous other Indian languages, as well as tongues spoken across Southeast Asia. This exemplifies the profound impact Sanskrit has in this region's linguistic landscape. पर एक चिंतन की बात है जिस पर मंथन होना चाहिए। कोई भी भाषा तभी जीवित रहती है जब समाज में उसका उपयोग हो। उपयोग नहीं होगा तो लुप्त हो जाएगी। आवश्यकता है उसमें साहित्य लिखा जाए, उसे प्रासंगिक बनाया जाए। संस्कृत के उपयोग में बढ़ोतरी की सामयिक आवश्यकता है। आप सब इसमें सक्षम हैं, ये आपका लक्ष्य होना चाहिए। फ्रेंड्स, as India is poised to play a big role on the world stage, it requires an education system that would cater not only to local needs but also global requirements. We are fast heading in that direction. शिक्षा नीति विकास और विरासत के बीच संतुलन बनाने का एक सार्थक प्रयास भारत में हो चुका है। संस्कृत भारतीय समाज के जीवन दर्शन का आधार रही है। जो संस्कृत नहीं जानते हैं वो भी संस्कृत का लाभ लेते हैं, संस्कृत से प्रभावित होते हैं। सत्यमेव जयते सबके मन में है। ये तो धर्मस्थो जय है, ऐसे आदर्श वाक्य संस्कृत ग्रंथों से प्रेरित हैं। भगवत गीता ने अनेक महापुरुषों को मार्गदर्शन किया। वसुदेव कुटुंबकम भारत के वैश्विक दर्शन का सार है। Just reflect what happened last year. We hosted successfully G20. What was its motto? One earth, one family, one future. This emanates from Vasudev Kutumbakam. The entire world has embraced it. That was an occasion when the entire world was surprised, enlightened, and stunned at the rich historical worth of Bharat, its civilizational ethos of 5,000 years. You must have all have relished the Prime Minister of this country receiving foreign dignitaries, and what was the backdrop? Sanskrit साहित्य मानवता की धरोहर है। आज के दिन हम देख रहे हैं तकनीकी युग है। Disruptive technologies have made inroads in our life. We have to contend with them. पर कहा गया है, यदि अगर कोई एक भाषा तकनीक के काम आ सकती है, one language which can uniquely fit in without error in technological science of all kinds is Sanskrit language. It is the only language whose expression, orientation does not lend to two meanings. And that is most quintessential requirement of technology on critical occasions. I am so happy a revolutionary step was taken in 2020, belatedly, because Sanskrit finds reflection in our Indian Constitution. But to nurture Sanskrit, to develop Sanskrit in the National Education Policy of 2020, learning of Sanskrit as an option at school level as part of three language formula has been accepted. But to give it cutting edge, to make it a successful event, to realize it on the ground, there is need. The Sanskrit textbooks should be written in simple standard Sanskrit. Because right now there is a fear. Learning Sanskrit is difficult. Speaking Sanskrit is difficult. Let me tell you, friends, whenever in life you are at crossroads that this job is difficult, it is difficult as long as we don't tackle it. Then it becomes soothing, seamless, enjoyable. For Sanskrit, it is all the more. शिक्षा नीति हमारी सांस्कृतिक, साहित्यिक, शिल्प, बौद्धिक विरासत का संरक्षण कर रही है। 3 दशक के बाद इसका निर्माण हुआ है। Stakeholders in thousands, their inputs were taken and then it was evolved. आज के दिन जब देखता हूँ, देश विदेश में जाता हूँ और सोशल मीडिया पर देखता हूँ, अनेक देशों में संस्कृत का प्रचार हो रहा है। संस्कृत में बोलचाल हो रही है। जब और जगह लगाव बढ़ रहा है, संस्कृत तो हमारी है। संस्कृत हमारी संस्कृति को हमें दिखाती है। हमारी संस्कृति कितनी विशाल है, ये संस्कृत से हमें पता लगता है। हमें बहुत प्रयास करना चाहिए। हमारे लिए स्वाभाविक कृत्य है, ये राष्ट्रीय प्राथमिकता होनी चाहिए। ये मेरा अनुरोध है, जिसमें आप लोगों का बहुत बड़ा योगदान है। फ्रेंड्स, संस्कृत इज अ यूनिक लैंग्वेज। संस्कृत inheres a rich and diverse literary corpus, encompassing not just religious and philosophical texts, but also secular works in medicine, drama, music, and even science. If you go into that area, you will find mine store of knowledge. Our texts in Sanskrit are repository of wisdom of centuries, not available anywhere else. This vast vocabulary facilitated the expression of everything from Vedas to epics like Ramayana and even practical guides like Arthashastra. Friend, despite this breadth, Sanskrit's integration into the mainstream education remains limited. not very enthused. It is not getting the kind of traction and attention it should get. High time for us to focus on it. It is being hindered by colonial mindset. Our constitution has a prescription, and that tilts in favor of Sanskrit. We must follow it. भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा को पुनर्जीवित करने और उस पर अनुसंधान करने के लिए आप जैसी संस्थानों की महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका है और आप इसको बखूबी निभा रहे हैं। मेरा अनुरोध रहेगा, बदलते हुए तकनीकी युग को देखते हुए संस्कृत की मूल पांडुलिपियों को आप पढ़ सकते हैं, उनका सही अनुवाद और भावार्थ बता सकते हैं, अन्य भाषाओं में उनका अनुवाद कर सकते हैं, जिससे सभी भारतीय भाषाओं के प्राचीन ग्रंथों और उनमें निहित ज्ञान पर गहन शोध किया जा सके। जहाँ जहाँ हम लोगों ने ध्यान दिया, भारतीयों ने श्रेष्ठतम कार्य कर कर दिखाया है। शिक्षा हो, अर्थव्यवस्था हो, राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर नहीं, विश्व स्तर पर। मेरा यह भी आग्रह होगा कि प्राचीन ग्रंथों की पांडुलिपियों और बेस कीमती मूल प्रतियों का डिजिटल फॉर्मेट में संचित करने के लिए विद्यार्थियों को डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी से प्रशिक्षित होना चाहिए। ऐसा करने के लिए आपको जो नेतृत्व आज मिल रहा है, आप सौभाग्यशाली हैं। योर चांसलर एंड योर वाइस चांसलर, they constitute a team that will give results not in arithmetic form but in geometric form. And therefore come forward, do everything that you can to see that unique language Sanskrit blossoms, flourishes and becomes a way of life with us. Sanskrit, friends, is language of divinity. In the pursuit of spirituality and quest to connect with divine, this is a sacred bridge. You will not find any other language doing it. भारतीय परंपरा में ये मान्यता रही है कि ब्रह्मांड की उत्पत्ति स्वर और नाद से हुई है। संस्कृत में शब्द ही नहीं बल्कि स्वर और उनके उच्चारण का भी महत्व है। ओम, वातावरण ही बदल जाता है। देखिए, किसी भाषा में इतनी ताकत नहीं है। Sanskrit, to the extent language is concerned, is possessed of nuclear potency. We have to exploit it. A nation with 1.4 billion people, a nation that is vibrant democracy, a nation that is a global economy at number 5, shortly in 2 years to be global economy at number 3, a nation that has done wonders in space, Chandrayaan 3, on land and sea. We only have to make it an agenda and execute it. It is implementable, it is achievable, it is in national interest, and it will give a different kind of global rise. The resonant chants of the Vedas, go to any place, a person may not know Sanskrit. When there is resonation of Vedic chants, hymns of Upanishads and mantras recited in temples, all infuse an atmosphere that is wholesome, serene, transcendental, because it is in Sanskrit. As a leading Sanskrit university, with rare combination of leadership, you are uniquely positioned to champion Indian knowledge system in higher education. I know your curricula is excellent. It is language of your transaction when you are on the campus. Your discourse is in Sanskrit, your thought process is in Sanskrit. But you will have to be a little more innovative also. Foster interdisciplinary research so that gap can be bridged between Sanskrit's rich heritage and modern academic needs. Let Sanskrit's sacred language not only connect us to divine, but also illuminate the path towards a more holistic understanding of the world. Friends, in today's whirlwind, disturbed world, chaotic world, conflagrations are there, situations are bothersome. India is a shining land. But Sanskrit offers unique intellectual rigor, spiritual serenity, and a deeper connection to oneself and the world. I think it will be appropriate to say Sanskrit is cultural anchor to the civilization and humanity in a storm. Congratulations to graduates. Carry Sanskrit's legacy, not just academic knowledge, but a path to transformation. Become ambassadors for this invaluable heritage, ensuring its treasures reach future generations. Studying Sanskrit, my dear friends, young boys and girls, is much beyond academics. It is a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. People look for what? Satisfaction, happiness. Sanskrit is a mechanism and medium to secure it. All go in for it. You are better positioned to achieve it. Our ancient verses hold not just intellectual insights, they are full of intellectual depth, but they are beyond that. These are a path to understanding life, its mysteries, and our place in the world. Friends, what our philosophy is, in a nutshell, it is universal gospel of Sanatana Dharma. Go to any part of our cultural essence, you will find it. May the wisdom of Sanskrit continue to illuminate our minds and hearts, guiding us towards a path of enlightenment and spiritual fulfillment. People care for heart, people care for mind, but when you have to care for your soul, then you remember Sanskrit. Then you remember our civilizational depth. Then you remember spirituality. Sanskrit is a medium to take you to that place. Friends, at this juncture in your life, we are going to take a big leap. I wish to extend my heartfelt congratulations. Your dedication and perseverance have led you to this momentous milestone. As you step into the world beyond this compass, armed with knowledge of Sanskrit, remember that you carry a torch-bearer of ancient legacy. It's a major statement, not small. Not many can claim that. One that is not merely academic, but profoundly transformative. Friends, I urge you all to become flag bearers of Sanskrit language. Be its champions, be its custodians. Let us strive to preserve and propagate this invaluable heritage, ensuring that future generations inherit the treasure of our linguistic and spiritual legacy. Let us act as worthy trustees of Sanskrit language and our civilization, and we pass on to future generations by adding value to it. Once again, congratulations. Thank you for your patience and time. Jai Hind.